guys, and welcome back to the semi-finals of the JGL Pre-Made Cup. I am joined by Brod.
Alright.
Alright, wonderful. And we're going to be looking at Intex versus Reborn. We follow Intex from the last game, where they had a quite a comeback, Brod. I'm not sure if you were watching, but they had quite a comeback over Nerve Gaming. Knocked them out of the competition and won the game, and now face Reborn to go into the finals versus Barrage Esports.
If you want to hear about games like that, I mean, Barrage Esports game, I think, potentially going to be tomorrow. If you want to hear about that and any other games put on by JGL, could you please follow the JGL community Twitter? I think at JGL community on Twitter.
Yeah, at JGL community, because at JGL is taken. Not by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Who's it taken by?
That's what I'm saying. Joel something Smith, I think.
I don't think it would be Smith, because that wouldn't be JGL.
Oh, yeah. Joel Gethin-Lewis?
That's the one, Joel
Gethin-Lewis. Go tweet at him if you like the tournament.
Hit up Joel Gethin-Lewis.
He's a good lad. I think that's his private account, so make sure you follow.
His tweets are protected, though. So, you know. Be there or be square.
Either way, looking like it might be an interesting game. Who are you? Well, who do you reckon's going to win?
Who do I reckon is going to win? That is a good question, Broderick. Now, Reborn have made quite a few deep runs in the JGL pre-mades recently, so I hold out some, some expectation for old Reborn. But Intex, they were looking a little bit weak. They were 1-9 down at one point in the last game, but they did come back. Now, whether coming back like that is more tiring than it is, skill-based. So they've used up all of their passion and love winning out on the last game. And now in this game, maybe they're a little bit tired. They're a little bit worn out. I don't know.
I can understand that. At the same time, I think just from my very limited experience in matchmaking, when you do come back from something ridiculous, it sort of amps you up a little bit,
Yeah, I could see that, Broderick. I could see that. But we are going live into the knife round. So, knife rounds, Brod. What do you think of knife rounds?
I think they're almost as great as pistol rounds for deciding important parts of the match.
So stupid.
I would never say something like that. No. Realistically, they're probably the best system we have at the moment. I mean, more skill-based than flipping a coin. Obviously, CS all about that skill, so probably preferable.
What do you think of this? This is my idea. I think we should have a load of people on top of a cliff. Yeah. And they all jump off. They all get pushed off at the same time. And whoever hits the ground last is the winner.
I mean, that could work. It might be a bit dodgy, and I'm sure there'd be exploits found quite quickly within that system, but I don't know. You'd have to find some way of either randomizing it or making it slightly skill-based so that you had sort of a fair start. Either way, I'm not entirely sure who won that knife round. I think it might have been Intex there.
It was Reborn.
Ah.
No, was it?
No, it was Intex. I thought it was the CTs.
Yeah, you're right. It was Intex.
I'm going to probably be expecting them to stay.
Was it Intex? Yeah, it was.
I think it was Intex. I wouldn't have expected the CTs to switch first half. That'd be a bit of a dodgy play.
Yeah. Well, being that this is Inferno, it is the more favoured side being on the CT side. So, we're going to be getting live into the pistol round now, Broderick. So, exciting stuff. We are going to see quite a utility-heavy buy actually coming out here from Reborn. They're only going to be able to afford the two... No, they're not even going to go for two armors. They're going for a full set of nades. Oh, 4 smokes, Broderick. 4.
I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with this. I can't imagine too many players for pistol round that would require those 4 smokes and wouldn't face some sort of a problem later on. Although, maybe some sort of strategic thing is they do have Zephyr there, I think, raid boss in it, and he's going to come out first, actually dropping as well. That's their only set of armor gone. Still got a lot of utility, but looking doubtful for them now.
Yeah, well, that first pick, that's the only man that had armor, taken down to the headshot, but they do still have all 4 smokes. Now, only 3 smokes, however, now I'm going to be looking to go with this B site execute. And the smoke's now being thrown, getting ready to execute onto the site. So here comes the attack. straight on. It's going to be all down to Topa here. They're in the smoke now. These smokes, I think they may have missed a little bit, but the bomb is already going down. Weatherman from behind takes down one now. Trying to stand through the smoke. Can't quite find anything, but the bomb is down. But with still 5 CT players alive, this isn't looking too good. They're going to have to take up some good post-plant and hope they walk into the crossfire. And Weatherman doesn't care, just jumping straight on and takes down one, going for a second one. Bit of team damage that comes in there, but he's still alive. And Armor now going to kick in. Stompy, he can do nothing. He is absolutely outnumbered. One can't do the work. Giraffa going down in the end and just unable to close it out there.
I'll be honest with you, I think that was, whilst unconventional and interesting, I think that was probably one of the better pistol rounds I've seen. One of the better strats I've seen for pistol round on Inferno there from Reborn, because it guarantees them the plant. Maybe if they hadn't have lost the man so early on, that could have transitioned into a round as well, so... Not what you're expecting, but something to it.
The only problem with it is that you're having 5 CTs still alive in a post-plant situation.
Yeah, no, I'd assume it is if they feel they have a particularly weak pistol round or any sort of reason that they wouldn't be able to otherwise get it.
Yeah. Guarantees the plant, but the pistol's now charging straight down. Very low and jumping straight on. Tarata and Lycos both fragging him with one. So 5 players still alive, and they've recovered some weapons as well. This is looking a little bit better now for the side of Reborn. Coming in with a second round pistol buy. They are all gathered in together, but the bomb is down. So now it was a full SMG buy coming out from the side of Intex. That could have cost them quite a lot here. They couldn't get the frag done, and now the crossfire is in place. One for a second one. They are going to trade it out, however, so into a 3v2 situation here. Still moving along. Weatherman takes down his second one. Acer not done. Now it's all down to Miracle. Can he perform a miracle? Peek out. He finds one. There's still one more, and he gets it. Oh my god! Second round, Brod. We haven't even started yet, and we're getting plays.
I mean, that is absolutely brilliant for Reborn. Not buying really much around, just a few P250s. Going to allow them to buy AKs regardless of what happened. And not even going to need to buy full AKs here, as you will see a couple of UMPs kept, and the CT's really unable to get anything up at this point. Just going to have stock pistols and one smoke on Acer, so... I'm not entirely sure how Reborn did that. Maybe just a couple of quick frags at the beginning, snowballing into something, but beautiful from them. On the retaliation, though, we're going to see a stack of B-site from the CTs here. Just wanting to make sure that if the Ts do try and rush, they're going to at least lose many players. It's going to be a costly round for them, whether they win or not. Luckily, it looks like the Ts are favouring A-site at the moment. Only one player there, and from what we saw last time, they should have no problems taken off him.
The important thing to note is with those 2 UMPs, they have players to scout. They can look around. They can just give it a poke and a prod and see what's going on. And as soon as they see only one man, this bomb is going to have no stops. Acer is the only man available, and everyone else is in the wrong place. There we go. The push comes in. Acer goes straight down. Now it's Lycos versus 4. He takes down 2, takes down 3. Going to go for the last one. Yes, he can. Taking down the 4th player. And that was a very nice spray down there from Lycos. They may have been ecoing, but still. Nothing to sniff at, Rod. Nothing to sniff at.
The T economy at the moment just going to be absolutely great. The CT's getting their first buy in here, going to be a little weak on everything. Actually, would have been some merit maybe in keeping the UMPs, just due to the lack of head armor. Either way, we are going to see all 5 upgrading to those AKs. Full utility, same cannot be said for the CTs, so not expecting a great deal from them on this match. Probably going to come down to aim.
Well, Brod, you could probably say that for quite a bit. A lot does come down to aim.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, having utility on the CT side just going to allow you to block them out of the site a little bit longer, make sure that they have to play in sort of a worried, rushed fashion at least a little bit, or push through smokes. So it is just that advantage rather than having that pure aim element that I think we're going to have to see come into play here.
Yeah, and even if they do have the pure element now, still having those downlights. You're going to see that on top of there. He couldn't connect the shots. Did a little bit of damage, but just not quite enough. However, Ramen is going to trade it out with another one, but Acer from behind the smoke takes himself a frag. Now, Stempy could be stepping wrong. Yes, he will. Smith takes him down. Now, 3 versus 2. They had the early round advantage, but may not be able to hold on to it here. They are going to go for the rotate, going towards the B site now.
Actually, only one player there. The rotate already coming in towards A. Maybe the CT is going to realize they've done something a little bit silly. And I think Ace are going to be a little bit jittery. And they know Lycos going to be straight onto the site, taken out by Wazaman. Not sure if he's expecting the second. Strata going to be playing very carefully. Will find the frag and the plant. Has two CTs to contend with now, and Ace is going to get there as the bomb goes down. Going to have a lot of time to work with here, and very low utility on the last T remaining. However, he's going to peek out, not quite able to connect the shots, and Acer will take him down. Second round to Intex, tying the score up early on.
Yeah, trying for the clutch there, but when you get traded out like that, it's just hard, you know. They know where you are. He had a nice little bit of movement there. Put himself into a good position, but he just couldn't hold on to it. And so he did end up going down, and that ties it up. 2-2. Bit of an unorthodox method of getting to the 2-2 scoreline, but it is still the 2-2. So, going to be working in Intex's favour. Wazaman here being a little bit slow, hanging back a bit, you know. Not too good, Mr. Wazaman, but it's not going to matter because they are not rushing. Taking it slow, are Reborn. Sitting back, seeing how many picks they can give themselves. When he comes in, that damage light goes down to 77, but he trades it out. Topa, we're going to be lit for his trouble. Going into this mid-round, not too much being picked up so far.
Realistically, what else can Reborn do at this point apart from wait out some of the smokes? Just try and see if they can find anything across the map. Hope that the CTs run out of utility soon. Perhaps just banking on the fact their economy might not be completely stabilized yet. Either way, does look like we're going to see them getting a bit closer to both sites. Still keeping that split presence. A couple of players everywhere, not wanting to give too much away just yet. And the bomb's still remaining all the way down in T-spawn. Only 45 seconds left to make something happen here.
But they have chosen to go for the B play, so the bomb now is going to be moving up Banana. And only 35 seconds to play with. One frag or one smoke, and there are still smokes in play here, so it's going to go down. No, it's not. They've run out of time. That has passed, and Wazaman here with the Mag 7. He could do a lot of damage. Peek out. Won't connect with it. There are still 5 Ts alive, but so is he. And there we go. Finally gets the frag. Now the man in the site taken down by Zephyr. Rotates are coming in. Wazaman covers himself an AK-47. The bomb being planted now with only 10 seconds remaining. And the spam comes through, but Rakem, he wins it. Takes down Stempy, puts it into a 3v4 situation. And Tarata, he's holding the angle. He's ready. And he sees the man. Takes him down now. Everyone else from CT. And Ruins. Flashes coming in, but time is ticking down. Push comes in, but the counter flash is perfect. And that AWP is still in play. Miracle chimes in with another one now. It is just Smith left with the AK-47. And there are Ts all around him. Cross, but that AWP so deadly, misses a shot, peeks out, gets him with the Glock, finishes off the round for the 3-2 scoreline.
That is going to destroy the CT economy. A couple of players down on 3 grand. I think Wazaman with 4 thanks to that Mag 7. The rest all going to be sitting around that 2 grand mark, and I think we will just see some pistols coming out on them. Wanting to maybe get some damage done. Probably not hoping for more than that.
Once again, we're seeing this very slow style coming out from Reborn, just waiting, seeing if they can find the picks. I mean, on this round, Intex aren't going to have too much utility. Well, actually, they're not going to have any at all, bro. All they have is these upgraded pistols, so Reborn just waiting out, see if they're going to rush anywhere, see if they can probe out the stack, perhaps, and just seeing where they can do a little bit of damage, find a little bit of damage, and progress their way through the round without losing too much, because if they can hold on to everything, it becomes a very successful round for them.
That looking not too likely at the moment, as the Ts do seem to be favouring that A site with the bomb, where 4 players are going to be sitting, perhaps just due to the lack of utility used there in the early smoke put down by the man on B, Wazza. And yeah, that's going to be exactly what's happening. Ts pushing in. Smith finds the first and the second with the P250. Doing a lot of work. Rakem going to find one for himself as well. Only Tarata remaining there, and Topa's going to finish him off. Lycos going to have to try and find something. I think just falling back, a little bit of despair for him there. And that'll give the CTs a chance to recover some weapons as well.
What a disaster for Reborn. This is just gone on its head. They walked into the stack there, Brod. And as you'd expect, it didn't go too well. They have been punished for their audacity. Just Lycos remaining. And I don't hold out too much hope for him, to be honest, Brod. You know, they are going to let him save, which is very good of them, but You know, this really should have been around. They should have been on top of.
I mean, the problem is they just kept chasing in. Not sure if they lost the bomb deep early or something, but they just wouldn't stop. A bit relentless on the site, and it ended up costing them. The CT's deadly accurate with those P250s, just finishing them off as they came through. Either way, the score going to be dead close once again. Intex and Reborn both on 3. Going to be hotly contested, I think, on this map.
Well, you're not wrong. Reborn, not too much money on their side, to be honest. Going to be going with the Tech 9s. There is going to be an AK coming out, so that is 2. Not too strong. It isn't a full force by them. Oh no, it really is. They're not going to be able to go for a buy at all next round, so yeah. Not too good. A little bit grim for them. But the scores are tied. It's not out of control yet. And now they're going to be going for a very quick play through A. And they find the first mount. They are, but he takes them down first. The trade comes in. Asa with an aid. Popping out, and Miracle on the flank takes him down eventually. Now only 2 remain. So this round, which was looking a little bit scary for the T's, has turned into one they have a grip of. So the AWP recovered the AK-47 in the hands of Miracle. The bomb now going down, and it is 2. There's 3 and a perfect. Strata can't quite do the work with that Tech 9. Puts us into the 2v2. Nice positioning of the T's, but they aren't going to have too much of a crossfire here. They have some nades, however. They can buy themselves some time. Miracle spams through, gets Topper. Very nice little smoke there, but his teammate is traded out. Wasserman, he isn't taking any prisoners. Now just Miracle versus Wasserman. He's going to tap the defuse, goes to the fake, finds the man and takes him down. He's got plenty of time for that defuse, Brod.
BD doesn't. That is going to be Reborn hurting a little bit after that. I mean, not completely low on money, but really not enough to get a solid buy-in. They'd probably do better to save at this point. The CTs, on the other hand, a lot. Still going to come a bit close for some of them, especially Smith on that AWP, but most of them able to buy up just fine. Well, interesting to note, Asa and Wasserman, no head armor on them, so with the pistols bought up, could be an issue.
Too much of an issue last round. They didn't manage to pull it together in time, and the nades are going to do a hell of a lot of damage here. Look at the damage across the board. Reborn, even just going into this site, they're going to wish they were Reborn because they haven't got any health. But it was all a fake. It has dragged a player away. Asa is off ski, but the AWP isn't. Takes down 1. Smith can't get a second shot, but the spray comes in. Rakem takes down 1, looking for a second. Can't quite connect with it, but there's only 3 T players left, and their health is low. The bomb is going to go down, however, so that's the money in the bag. Rakem still alive in the back lines. Takes down 1, traded out there by Lycos, now into a 2 versus 3 situation. This is almost a full save from Reborn, so they are doing well indeed. They are being surrounded, and quickly now Miracle peeks out, can't quite connect with his first shots, and finish off without the connection. Asa takes down his teammate, and that is going to be the defuse coming in here. But from a full save, they got the plant, they got some kills. Not too bad.
That's about all you can hope for with just those pistols. They did a good job to get that, obviously, with the early damage, so 5-3, still not awful for Reborn. If they can get a couple more rounds, they should have a good half. Going to be maybe looking to pick up 2 more, and this might be one of them, as we are going to see the buy come out from them. Once again, going for that AWP. Not sure I've seen it being too effective so far, but hopefully Zephyr can do something with it.
Yeah, the AWPs on both sides now. As you said, Zephyr is going to have to do the work, and Smith has had free reign so far to do as he pleases with the AWP. Perhaps come out, nothing to be found so far. A little bit of nade damage is all we're going to be seeing. And all 5 Ts here stacking up on that B site, getting ready for the push. And another execute, just as we saw in the pistol round here. This time with Molotovs, smokes, the whole shebang, Rod. The whole shebang. Smokes come in. That is going to mean that Clover has to move out of his position that he favours so much. And here comes the push.
Thing is, the CT smoke not going to land. Going to give Wasserman a perfect opportunity, and he'll take it. That's Tarata drop. I think the same smoke execute we saw coming out on the pistol round, just allowing for them to definitely get that plant, maybe get something more. And we are going to see them do just that. Topher already backing into orange is going to get taken out by Lycos, looking to line up the second shot onto the man at Spools. gonna be aiming perfectly, takes him out as well. Wazerman dropped, and it's a 3 versus 4 for the retake. Made that a 3 versus 3. Smith coming in with the AWP, taking one down for himself. Lycos trying to get something done in return, but Rakem and Smith both coming in. Only Severe left, and we said he was gonna have to do something. I didn't know it'd be this. Finding the first for the clutch, peeking out wide for the second. Gonna have to fall back in the end. 10 seconds left on the clock, and Rakem's gonna have to make a play for it soon. Finds the kill, gonna be a close one for the defuse.
I think he just has that. No! Oh, goodness. Goodness. I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. No, he hasn't. So, Zephyr played it perfectly there. Just gave his team enough time. Just dancing about just enough to secure that one. And it is going to be in the bag now. And that is going to be 4 rounds on the board for Reborn. So, they are getting closer to tying this one up. So, could I say so any more, Brod? Could I?
Oh, can I say so anymore? I think we're both favouring that word a little bit at the moment. Either way, the CT is going for an interesting choice here. 5-7s on every single player. A couple of them still fairly well off afterwards. Gonna put them at quite a disadvantage against the Ts. Gonna just be going for that default positioning anyway, so... And there it is again. The Ts not gonna run into too much trouble, I don't think, this round.
Once again, we're seeing them slow down now. I'm not going for those rushes. I'm not going for those all 5 players in one area. Now, Execute's just setting up into a default. Backing off, seeing what they can find. But the Ts aren't going to find anything as the TTs, Intex, just sitting back. Letting the fights come to them. They have not got as much utility, so they have to play those corners. They have to hope someone walks into their crosshair. And as of yet, nobody is willing, but Zephyr, he will oblige, gives Smith the opportunity, and they think it's a stack, bro. They've seen this one before, and they're all the way off. Super. Could have had a really nice little angle there, but instead he's going to fall off. Calls for the rotation, and here it comes. All 5 players soon going to be moving as they see the T's are barreling onto this side. The first man goes down. That's Tupa, but as I said before, he called for the rotation, so Wazerman finds himself without a head very quickly as Lycos takes it off, and he's not done yet. Finds himself another one now, just Acer and Rakem left. Acer, he doesn't want any of that trouble. He is saving himself that AK-47, and his teammate can do as he pleases.
Him and Rakem here just going to be looking for those exit frags. Really not much he could do at this point with a P250 versus 4 on a site, so just going to be trying to take somebody out as they come around. I don't think the T's going to be exiting that way, as they should know, although Lycos maybe a bit cocky, might have spotted a leg there, and he did. Going to take the peek, finds Rakem, going to get out of there alive regardless. Actually, the T's might be about to find Archer as well. Acer, sorry, and they will. Miracle taking him down, taking the AK out of his hands, and keeping the CTs at bay just a little longer.
They're going to have to go for that double save. I mean, if he had saved their Brod, potentially they could have gone for the drop. No, they are. They are going to go for the buy. I don't know about this, Brod. I'm not really a fan of this. They aren't going to have a whole lot of utility. We are going to be seeing FAMASs across the board, but they have at least got rifles. So, they are going to be going for this one. They only had around 4k across the board. 6k. Nice. They could have dropped the AWP, but they don't want it. They know they're not up against one. And we are going to see the Galil on Toretta. So, a bit of an even Stevens match-off across the both teams here. And once again, we see this execute style to B, but this time they're caught out. Topa in position with his help from Smith. He taking down 2 Ts for themselves. Traded out, however, it is still the advantage for the CTs. And watch out, Rakem. He's here, he's ready. That's his one. Goes to the second, can't connect with it. So Lycos is free, runs away. And now they know what is going on here. So the rotate can be called for. But the bomb... They're going to have too much congestion here until he gets caught on the flank, and that is a disaster. Lycos, without the bomb, 1 versus 3 here, Brod. I do not give him much hope.
Not seeing him do it either, especially from that angle. Probably not my favourite personally, especially with Smith playing where he is, and he will spot him if he jumps into pit. Actually, Lycos going to find the man first. Smith dropped. Who left to contend with? If he can find 2 1v1s, he could be in with luck. Ace are going to dodge the flashlight and find the headshot as Lycos takes the peek. Going to be that 6th or a 6th round there for Intex, keeping themselves just ahead of the Ts.
Yeah, but just ahead, is that enough, bro? Honestly, I'm not sure about that. Now we're going to have to be a solid half here. They are on the favoured side, so Intex need to be looking for that 9 round mark, really. That would be where I put the benchmark. That's where they need to get to. So far, looking a little bit too close. We could be looking at the more 8-7 sided half. And Reborn, they'll be happy with that. They'll be happy with 7 rounds on their T side. So,
I mean, that's
in the hands of Intex.
I mean, that's just what I'm saying. The T's already got essentially what they need. 1 more would be nice. 2 more would be more than that. Probably around this time, going to go to the CTs. Only pistols to contend with for them. They should have it, although we are going to see 3 Ts barreling through. Acer managing to pick up many before that happens. Burning a couple alive as well. Rakem coming in with the last. Slightly interesting round from the T's there, just not wanting to stop once again. Going to allow for them to buy this round though, so maybe we're going to see 7-6. If they can pick up 1 after that, as you said, going to be a very, very pleasant half for them indeed. And it doesn't look like they have too much to contend with here. The CTs still not fully equipped. FAMAS there on Topa, very low utility on Smith. Going to have to rely on a bit of team play to make this round happen.
For sure, and once again we're seeing the Galil. I'm never a fan of a Galil, a cheeky Galil, but Rakem, he fights the Galil, and you know what, Brod, if that was an AK, Rakem would be dead. Stempy would be alive, and that would be GG, but Rakem's dead anyway, so I suppose not too bad, but Galil is the problem. Galil is always the problem, Brod.
I don't know.
Ugh.
By the way, the Galil gone from the CT side, no, from the T side, sorry. The FAMAS still not gone from the CT. Instead, going to be putting that AK to use here in Banana, though, as they rush through. Both CTs sitting by car, and the T's again dying to the fire. Tarata and Zephyr just going down completely needlessly. Only Miracle left, and he is going to push. Will he find the man in Dark, or will he go for the plant? And that's exactly what he's going to do. Leaving himself completely open there. I was going to say to Topa, but Asa, I think, actually finding him through the smoke.
Yeah. That was just so sloppy there. They took the fight through, and they just stood there in the fire for about 10, or, you know, maybe not. Stood in the fire for about 3 seconds, and, well, of course they're going to die. They're standing in a fire after being lit up by 2 CTs. What do they expect? That was just sloppy, bro.
Well, I mean, with this round being an eco, maybe the CT's not so worried about it being a good half for the T's at the moment. If Miracle can make this happen, it would be wonderful, but he won't. Wazaman going to catch him out as he comes through, and a second onto Lycos. The CT's putting Molotovs to great use here on Inferno, as it is in the name. Tarata going to be putting that P250 to good use as well, though. And we're going to see Rakem coming in from the back now on the cleanup job. The T's not with much hope, especially as the rotates come in. They should be locked off here, and Topa's going to start that. Acer will be finishing it. Not much to be said.
Yeah, no real utility, so they couldn't block off the key choke point. CT left completely open, so just running around, hoping the CTs weren't in their path. But you know what, Rod, they were in their path, and so they went down. Now, looking at a 9-5 scoreline. Honestly, I don't think 5 rounds is enough on your key side. So I think Reborn needs to take this one if they have any half. The next one, or any good standing.
Personally, for me, I would call 5 rounds on Inferno a minimum. 6 rounds is decent, in my opinion. Not great, but more than you really need. 5 rounds, something to work with, especially if they pick up pistol. Going to make that a bit more crucial on their CT side, but not a great deal more than that to be said about it. Hopefully they can pick up this round anyway, but it has switched it on its head a little bit. I think going from a 6-5 scoreline all the way down to 9-5, having 6 rounds for Reborn, the best they can hope for. Were you expecting to see that?
No. What was the question?
Thank you for the interest you're showing, Harold. Anyway, it does look like we're going to see an execute coming onto the B site here. All the players once again bunched up in Banana. This team really not putting a great emphasis on map control. Luckily for them, the CT's not putting a great emphasis on aggression. So, sort of balancing out there, and it looks like we're going to see the same execute from pistol round once again. All the smoke's coming in, flashes as well, and it looks like they've done it perfectly this time. CT not left open, should get the plant, although as I say that, Topa takes down them, hammer the bomb, and Miracle sprays Tarata, the guy who picked it up. Wazman and Ace are going to pick up 1 each as well before Lycos can get anything done, and it's a 2 versus 4. We're
I don't
looking.
hold out too much hope here, to be honest, Brod. Lycos, Miracle. The HP was just so low, but Miracle, he does get one. Only 8 seconds left in the round. The bomb is out of their control, though. This is it. It's over. Unless that somehow there's a 3k. No. GG. Good half. 10-5. Nah. Honestly, I don't think it's enough, Brod. I do not think it's enough.
Don't think it's optimal by any means. Obviously, wanting to win pistol round now, Reborn. Intex going to be feeling pretty comfortable, but sometimes that can be a negative, you know?
What, getting a pistol?
No, feeling comfortable, Harold. Sometimes if a team feels a little bit too comfortable where they are, they get a bit cocky, and then we might see a comeback. We might see overtime. Who knows at this point?
Well, I think a lot does come down to the pistol. If they can get the frags early, they are going to be going for a good push down Banana here. But that leaves a little bit exposed. As soon as you see that push from Banana, as soon as you see the man forward, you think 3 men have pushed to get him here. Go, go, go. Get onto that A site, they can get the fast frags. And it looks like that's what they're going to be doing here. They are getting that very early aggression, seeing what they can find on Looper. The man behind, or Toper even, there's no L in that name, is looking for the frag from behind. May know there's a man there, but as of yet, nothing. The T's have taken the early control. They have all of mid.
Problem for them is they've taken their time doing it, and it has allowed a couple of CTs to rotate in, so that weak A site now fortified 4 players there, and they're going to have a tough time pushing it. I think we're going to see that come into effect here, just trying to get those bullets in, and they will find the headshot onto Rata, taking him low. Lycos goes down before Rakem, well, before Stempy, sorry, can take Rakem. Waserman and Topa finding 1 each as well, and it's just 2 CTs left now. Smith's almost not finding Tarata there. Going to be dropped low himself, and it's just Stempy to get 4 frags and the round.
Yeah, Stempy, I don't want to be in your position, especially when the bomb has already headed over to B. And potentially he could still be trying to retake onto A here for, you know, a little bit of time. That's what he's doing. Oh, God, Brod, what a disaster. He doesn't have a clue. Now he finally figures it out, and he's off. He's on his bike, he's cycling away as fast as his little legs will carry him, but he's a little bit late, unfortunately.
Luckily for him, I was going to say, luckily for him, he is going to have the kit and the kill. Tofa going down nicely there. Still going to have to watch out for the man from behind, though, and that's exactly what he'll be doing. The bomb planted perfectly for CT. Will have to look for a frag. Can't find it, unfortunately. Wazerman will take him down, and that's Intex with the pistol. And this is where your words come to fruition, Harold. 11-5 scoreline for Intex. Got that economy. CT economy not going to be good if they lose this round, and I think you're right. 5 rounds may not be enough.
Especially, you know, if they don't get these second 2 rounds. This is the one that matters. Not especially, the other way around. What I'm trying to say, Brod, is don't do what they did first. They won the first pistol round, if you remember, and then lost the consecutive round because they went for an all SMG buy. And look what they've done, Brod. They've gone for the same all SMG buy, which is just silly. Silly.
Yeah, I mean, Reborn going for an interesting tactic of their own. 5-man stack there on B. If the T's choose to go A, I think they're going to be in luck. It's going to be completely open for them, no problems. They're just going to have to make that decision. At the moment, seeming a little slow, just wanting to sit about and hope to see that aggressive push come in. Problem is, they leave it too long, the aggressive push comes in, the CTs realise, and that advantage is lost.
They are playing this relatively cleverly. You know, the bomb is all the way back, so even if the front man dies, at least it isn't giving too much away. But Reborn, they're so cautious here. They're so nervous. They're just milling. They're like yobbos, bro. Yobbos in Asda, just hanging around the shopping trolleys, you know, picking up leaflets and reading them and then burning them. I think. Is that what yobbos do?
Well, I mean, the only difference I can see is I've not seen smokes come out yet.
Well, as any civilized person would do, the Intex team are avoiding the yobbos and going to the A site instead. You know what? They don't want to go into gang territory, so they're off. They've avoided the step, they've avoided the full spy, and they are happy at home in their nice house with a fire on, reading the Times and talking about tax.
This is where the CT should call it quits. They don't want to get too aggressive here, but they will. Luckily, Smith's going down. I mean, the general idea, I thought, of a 5-man stack was that once you've secured, or once you've either secured the site or not, once that bomb has gone down, you run away, save the armor, try again next round.
There's really no hope of retake versus 5 Ts. I think the best thing they can do, set up for exits, find some fleeing Ts, take them down, maybe recover a weapon, and that's about it really. All they've achieved, although I suppose they have kept 4 alive, but it was very close. Tetra could have been killed there, he only had 2 HP, but they did keep 4 alive, so going into this round they have exactly the same hope as they did before.
Thing is, they're going to have to spin that wheel again. And with 5 rounds on the board, giving Intex that 13th round not really looking like such a great idea. The problem is they don't have much of a choice. Although we will see the Force, actually. Interesting play coming out from them. Zephyr not even able to afford armor, going glass cannon with a scout. Very unconventional. The rest buying up FAMASs, SMGs, and shotguns. Just going to be whatever you can buy.
A jumble sale buy, bro. They've gone down to the local car boot sale and they've said we'll have 1 Mag 10, or Swag 7 even. We'll have 1 Scout, a PB Bison, and a UMP. And the man said, sure, let me just get those for you. And they've bought them, bro. They've brought them. Now they're in their bags and they're trying to smuggle them into a festival.
I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't call it a car boot, so a bit too low quality for that. I'm going to go with a charity shop for this buy.
Well, charity shops often have some nice stuff.
Either way, we are going to see the T's push towards that A site. The more heavily fortified of the two. Problem is, Tarata looking like he might have been caught out by surprise a little bit. Not going to be the case at all. It's him and Miracle polish off 3 between them. Was a man managing to get 1 back, but it's 4v2. All the CTs have to do here is hide themselves a little bit. They don't seem willing though. Zephyr giving his life away needlessly. And was a man going to drop Tarata as well. Smith luckily going down, and Lycos just going to be tapping away with that UMP, seeing what he can find. And it will be the head of Wazaman. Somehow Reborn picking up that round. I don't know what the T's were doing.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there, but I would like to just say to you, you did just say that Wazaman polished off 2 CTs.
Think you know what I meant.
You're aware of this.
Think you know what I meant, Harold.
I'm gonna hope you didn't mean what I think you meant,
Because if you did, I would be slightly disappointed, to be completely honest with you. But it is going to be another of the infamous banana. Infamous.
But I mean, bananas are pretty mushy, mate, so not looking too unlikely here, especially as the team come out looking mushy as well. 2 go down in quick succession. Ace are going to find 1 for himself in the meantime, though. And Lycos still going to be playing from that back line, still playing over in construction, going to find his 3rd. Looking for more, going to peek back out, maybe a bit too wide. Smith taking him down. Miracle finding 1 for himself, and the bomb just going down before Smith can be killed. That's going to leave...
You could... You're right. What's it going to leave? What's it going to leave for?
It's going to leave them with a bit more money in the bank, but no more rounds. Reborn catching up.
Yeah, I was just going to say that you could see how fast Reborn were trying to get in there. You know, they were rushing into that site, just trying to, you know, really stop their bomb plant, and it was literally a second too late. It was, the bomb has been planted, Terrence win. Counter terrorist, you know, or whatever, you know, whoever.
Whoever wins, wins, you know?
Whoever wins, wins, bro.
Can't be bothered with the semantics right now. Either way, Miracle going to be the first to peak. Finding himself a kill. They might not be expecting Lycos so close, but it doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Topa getting cold feet at the last second, just going to hang back a little. Lycos still going to be looking for more. Might see the bomb here, actually. Giving them a bit of an inkling as to where the T's will go.
Yeah, I think he did spot the bomb there, but not going to call for the rotation just yet. Waiting out. Now, he's, after losing a man so early, now a little bit scared. There has been a lot of aggression coming out from the CTs. They don't know where anyone is. He does come in. A little bit of team damage there. 1 whole HP. And I'm just saying, if he dies by an HP, I told you so. Waiting out now. What? Oh, I see. That confused me a little bit, bro. But Topa doing a little bit of damage there onto Lycos. He is low, but can't quite finish him off. Or as you would say, Brod, polish him off. Not in a sexual way, but in a deathly way. Wazaman going to take down Miracle now. Back into the 4v4, but Lycos so low. I'm going to call this a 3.5 versus 4, but there are still 2 players on the site. Lycos peeks out and can't quite get the damage on the man in. Graveyard going to meet his end by the hand of an AWP, which isn't done yet. Smith takes down another one now, just Stempy left. He hasn't performed too well this game. And he is going to opt to save his weapon. Off he goes to the bank to put his weapon in. He says, "Here, please keep a hold of this. I am very scared. No thank you to dying."
Well, I mean, if you're looking to polish 3 men off, underperforming is not an option. I'll tell you that for free, Harold.
You're not wrong. They wouldn't be happy. They wouldn't be happy in there.
Honestly, I think in this case, the T's would probably be pretty happy indeed. Looking to pick up their 13th round, just 2 away from match point. Not looking bad for Intex. I mean, the CTs, a few of them having money, 2 over 5k, but the rest really looking a little bit weak. Lycos and Stempy, particularly on 1,400. Not going to be able to get much going for them this round, and I think we'll see slightly higher tier jumble cell by this time. A Mag 7 coming in, a 5-7 coming in. All the 7s, but a couple of M4s and an AWP to complement them, so maybe slightly more of a chance than their last one.
Yeah, Glock cannon AWP there. You can see how much damage is being done to him. He's on 31 HP. All he got was tagged through the smoke. It may even be in a grenade, so left already very low with that AWP, and that, you know, that does damage to the old Headerino. Rod, I'll tell you that for nothing, but he is still alive, and that AWP can still fire. Only takes 1 shot to get a kill with an AWP, Rod. I don't know if you know that. So,
I was unaware.
Well, now you know. You know, the more you know, the more you know. So, the T's now a little bit of a setback default. They are weary of the aggression that has been shown so far, and they are wise to be so. Toretta, with that swag 7, is up and close. Don't shoot your teammate, thank you. Toretta up close and personal with that Mag 7. He is in the perfect spot. Misses his shot, gets it on the repeat. Lycos as well, trading in with 1. Asa down. Now, this situation looking dire, and these are off ski. They've got a bus to catch, and that bus is called the B site. 2 players, and it is just going to be Stempy. He's last round, Rob. Can he save the round this time? That's the question. But his teammates, they're already there. They're already ready. They're ready.
But are they expecting Raken where he is? Gonna actually turn around and take Tarata out. Looking for Zephyr as well. We'll find him. And it's a 3 versus 3. Topa and Stempy finding 1 apiece. Keeping it even. Stempy's still on the site. Gonna have to do something against Smith here. And it looks like he might have a chance at him having to fall back. But with 7 seconds left in the round, if they can't get the bomb down soon, they are in trouble. Oh, that's going to be the round over for Intex. Reborn picking it up just by a fraction. Lycos managing to take out the bomb planter. Brilliant play from him. Very unfortunate for the T's, just leaving it a little too late there.
The thing is that Smith had a smoke. He could have smoked off CT, and they would have, most probably, you know, the percentage is, they would have won the round. But instead, he decided not to. Maybe didn't realise he had the smoke. Held on to it, being a little bit greedy.
Tell you what else.
They lost.
I'll tell you what else Smith had. Harold Smith had an AWP, which, to my knowledge, I mean, you've already proved I'm not an expert on this matter, but to my knowledge, is a better long-range weapon than an AK-47.
That's correct, but what it isn't is the most accurate weapon in the game. Did you know that?
What is?
The AWP.
I thought the SG was 100%.
Oh, Lycos peeks out early, takes down 1, but Asa trades it out. Luckily, now Lycos doesn't know where he is, but not going to do anything about it. Takes down 1, goes for a second, but Weserman is up his behind, taking him down. And Weserman evens it back out into the 3v3 now. The bomb falling back once again, looking for that long rotate onto the B site. And Rod, whenever you see the B site execute, you always see 1 man towards archers. The lurk, if you're executing on B, the lurk's job is to go to archers, cut off rotates, see if he can find anyone behind, and Zephyr knows it. So he's going to find the tag, but not the frag. Reloads his mag. He's got no swag, but Weserman's still alive. He'll be chasing him down, and that's what happens if you let him live. Stempy! Quite hold on there. Zephyr pushed straight through the smoke. And look at the HP on Intex here. It is not too healthy. And once again, Miracle versus 2. This time, those 2 are a lot weaker. He's coming from the banana, and he has an AK. He has a defuse kit. But he's up against an AWP and an M4. It won't take too much. 1 over peak. He'll get himself the 1 versus 1. comes in. Westerman unable to connect, but as long as he stays alive, they're playing this perfectly. They know that Miracle has to come and get them, so they're hiding away. Attack comes in, he legs Miracle now. It is so close, but he peeks out and takes him down. And
Do you want me to tell you?
the 14th round.
Do you want me to tell you what that was, Harold?
What was that?
That was the round in the bag. No. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry, mate.
Help me out. What I don't get it.
It rhymes. Oh, don't. Intex 14 rounds to Reborn's 8. And Reborn gonna have to do something about this soon, getting a little too close for comfort, I would say. And you're gonna see them try and do just that, force up on pistol armor. Problem is, one already dropped, only one defuse get left. If they let them get the site, they could be in dire trouble. Miracle's gonna have something to say about that. Picks up Waterman, unfortunately unable to find a gun. Terrata gonna hit the knife though.
Oh god, that was just so sloppy there. Terrata he was dancing around Portopa, knifing him, stabbing him, shanking him, shivving him, giving him a real good shivving, I'll tell you, and he came out on top. However, he is on only 12 HP, so CTs, I would say, collect some weapons. Set up for some exit frags. It's not worth going for the retake here. All you're going to do is give away the match point without giving yourself a good chance into the next round, so the best thing they can do, Rod, is save.
I can completely agree with you. I mean, they've already lost they've already lost 2 players. Obviously, an Eco done a great job for themselves, found 2 and an AK. If they could maybe recover that last gun, they'd be in with it, but it does look like they're going to play for it. Lycos peeks out, finds the first one, loses a lot of health in the process, but it looks like Stempy's going to be on the bomb. If he could make the defuse, that would have been beautiful. Unfortunately for him, Ace are going to be in the position to do it. Smith might get caught by Topa. Sorry, Terrata. Unfortunately, not going to happen.
And like I said, Rod, now they're looking at this round with nothing, absolutely nothing. So, yeah, I just think that was a very silly thing to do. And rest in peace is all I can say, Broderick. Rest in peace.
It does look like Intex run with a good chance of winning here. We've seen miracles happen before, especially as Smiths whiffs the original AWP shot. Zephyr getting that early damage in.
Yeah, for sure. He did get tagged up a little bit himself, but he definitely wins that engagement to a certain degree. And now, the T's once again a little bit scared, and Terrata with this Mag 7 gives them reason to be scared. Takes down the first man, Weatherman. He's going to be the first one to meet an early grave. Now, putting it into the advantage for his team. So, he's done a good job. All they have to do now is sit back and wait for attempted refrags to come in, but there's nothing coming, Brod. They're just going for that B site take, and this is some very interesting positioning from the CT's likes there. Lycos even, not likes. I don't even know what that is, but he peeks out. He can't quite connect with that 7. He's got a teammate in here to support him, takes down 1. Falls back now. Here's a 3 versus 4 situation. The weapons are on the side of Intex, but their health is certainly not. Now we're going to have to get some quick frags. Peeks out. He can't quite do too much work. Miracle, however, he can now. Smith versus 3. He has an AWP, he has a dream, but he doesn't have the passion, and he's off. He's off, my friend. He's gone.
Wouldn't you be? An AWP and 6 points of health versus 3 ferocious CTs. 1 with a Mag 7. The bomb out in the open. I mean, there's just no chance for him. Plus, with match point already in the bag, Intex really do not have too much to worry about. Still got 6 rounds after this one.
You know, I just feel like Intex had a golden opportunity here, and they have thrown it away, my friend. Thrown it away.
Maybe the CT is still not going to be looking too healthy in the money department. Going to find those weapons. Still having Terrata on that Mag 7, and I mean, I'd say that's a bad thing, but we've seen him play with it so far, and he has been pretty good. At this point, though, the T's may be expecting some of the positions he plays might become less effective for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, probably still isn't too much in their favour, but Miracle puts it in their favour. He peeks out, takes down the early frag, and there's no trade coming. Once again, they find themselves in a 4 versus 5 situation that isn't going to favour them, obviously, because they're 2 men down, bro. That's how 3 versus 5 situations work.
I don't think they're 2 men down, Harold. I'm going to call that a 4 versus 5. Asa,
Did I
maybe
say 2?
you said 3.
Oh, well,
Ace-
3 men down. I'll tell you that.
Asa, maybe without a rifle, but definitely with 100 health. Even if he is playing with that Tech 9, I mean, we've seen how ridiculous that thing can be. So potentially he's still going to be pretty powerful. Either way, the 4 remaining Ts are going to be looking to execute onto the A site quickly. Miracle going to make sure that can't happen, though, taking out Wazerman and a gun with it, and this might prompt another rotate towards the B site. Asa looking to consider it, but in the end, I think deciding to go for that A push after all.
Almost trying to make my predicament come true and go 3 men down, just because, you know, they feel sorry for me. They want to help me out, but not quite yet. I'm going to be pushing on still to this A site. Topa evens it out, gets himself 2 frags there. Very good work from Topa. That evens out the round quite significantly. Now there's only 1 man remaining on that A site. You need to dig him out. That is Toretta. He's done a lot of work so far, but he can't do it now. Smith takes him down with the Tech 9 now. Just Lycos and Stempy. The 2 men do it all. This is it. This is for their place in the finals. If they lose this, it's out the window, bro. They can't do it, so they have to win this. There's no saving here. There's no off to the bank. There's no police station for you. You either win or you lose. That's not the Game of Thrones. That's JGL pre-made. They get 1 frag. Smith looking to trade it, and he will. With his mate, but no, they can't do it, bro. That's it. GG. In the chat. Merry Christmas. You can't do it. And that's it. It's over. It's over, bro. It's over. Give up. It's over.
It is Reborn going to be out of the competition. Finally, going to be Intex, I think, versus Barrage for the final. Not entirely sure when that's going to be, but I'm going to hope tomorrow, as we are almost hitting 12 o'clock.